Ah, there's the music. And there's all of you, gathered up close on this of all evenings. Come in by me, little ones. A question first. When the days go short and the dark comes early and everything goes cold and quiet and white, do you ever feel like you're all alone out there? Here's a thing I've learned over a good many winters. The cold season can look like the lonely one, but it needn't be. When it's coldest and darkest, that's just when you come close to the ones who love you and light a little light. And there's someone right in the middle of it all, so glad about you. Listen close, the answer's in the story. Now, this happened on the shortest, quietest evening of the whole year. The dark came early, and the sky began to fall, little white feathers drifting down, slow and silent, the first snow Shiloh Creek had seen all year. Beautiful, but strange too. For these young friends, it was the first winter they could remember. The creek gone all white and hushed and still. And as the dark came down, a small thought drifted around, soft as the flakes. Is this the cold, shut-in, all-by-yourself part of the year, where everybody hides till spring? But the friends of Shiloh Creek did not hide. The first one out into the falling snow was little Fern the fawn, who, you may remember, knew a thing or two about leaving and about coming home again. She stepped out into the white, her breath a little cloud, carrying something small and bright.
There! Oh, it caught! Look, everyone! The lantern's lit! I know it's getting dark, and I know it's cold, but I didn't want the first snow to feel lonely, so I brought a light. It's warmer already, isn't it? Just the little bit of it.
And the lantern glowed gold in all that white. And here they came, down the bank, with his usual cheerful crash, only crunchier in the snow, came Bongo, the bear cub, hugging something close.
Fern, you got it lit. Okay. I brought the big lantern, the steady one, 'cause I'm not scared of the dark anymore, remember? I learned that. So I figured, somebody's got to be the one who carries the light around so nobody trips. That's me. I'm the light guy. I practiced not being scared and everything.
You really did practice, Bongo. I saw you out by the old oak, walking in the dark on purpose, a little farther every night. And now you're the one holding the light for everybody. That's a good way for a scared thing to turn out.
And then, whoosh! A streak of brown shot down the snowy bank on his belly and fetched up in a drift with a whump. That was Rex the river otter, just discovering the best thing snow is for.
Snow! Snow is so good! You can slide on it. It's like the river, but fluffy. Oh, everybody, you have to try it. You go and you whoosh, and then you go pfump into a pile. And the pile is cold, but you don't even care, 'cause you're laughing too hard. Best night of the whole year. I'm doing it again.
Okay, coming in. I ran the wing numbers, and snow is basically 1,000 tiny... Nope, not doing that. I'm gonna land and be still. Look at me being still. This is me holding completely still, in the snow, on purpose, like a calm person. This is really hard, and I'm doing great.
Zippy, you're vibrating. You're a still guy who's buzzing. No, it's good. That's the most still I've ever seen you. Honestly, I'm proud. Look at you, being a calm little statue who's also clearly about to explode.
Rex, you slid into the lantern post and the whole thing wobbled and I caught it. See? Light guy. Told you. I'm so good at this job I've had for 1 minute.
And last, in no hurry at all, came Shelley the turtle, leaving one neat line of prints across the snow. She watched the falling flakes a while before she spoke.
So it turned. All year I've watched it come, green, then gold, then bare. And now, white. Same creek, just wearing winter now. I like that somebody lit a light before I had to mention it.
And still they came. Down from the high stones came Quilla the chinchilla, who can spot the small good nobody's noticed yet. And right behind her, at a dead snowy run, cheeks for once empty.
Seeds! I brought seeds! Everybody gets seeds! Here, you have some! You have some! Rex, you have a big some! 'Cause guess what? I learned this whole big thing. You don't gotta hold it all. You set it down and you share it. And honestly, it feels amazing. I might just hand out seeds forever. Who wants more? There's so many. Take 'em. Take 'em all.
Chitter Buddy, you just dumped a whole winter of seeds on my head, and I have never felt more loved in my life. Look at me. I'm a seed otter now. I'm wearing the snack. This is the best look I've ever had.
Thank you, Chitter. You know, up in the high country, I've watched a lot of quiet, cold mornings, and every time I look for the one small good thing in it. This time it's easy. Look, every single one of us came out into the cold. Nobody stayed home. That's the good thing. We came toward each other.
That's the warmest thing anybody's said all winter. And winter's about 4 minutes old. Good start.
And behold, a circle, a warm golden lantern-lit circle in the very teeth of the season's first snow. Friends, this calls for one thing and one thing only. It calls for a song, a small one, a warm one. Gather close, everyone, gather in. I shall conduct, and you shall all be magnificent.
We are here. We came for the first snow. We've never seen snow. Splish thinks it's the sky running out of clouds, but we'll get into that later on the show.
Now, before Ga-Ring-Go's song, somebody wise and feathered came gliding down to set us straight on what was falling. Down settled Professor Hoot, and he cleared his throat.
Professor Hoot here, with a fact that is entirely true, and entirely upside down. You would think snow is cold, and the air above it is bitterly so. But here is the wonder of it. A deep blanket of snow does not chill the ground beneath it. It keeps it warm. Like a thick quilt, the snow holds a soft pocket of the earth's own warmth in against the ground. So down under all that white, the ground stays gentle and mild, far warmer than the freezing air above. And that is how the sleeping seeds and the roots and the little burrowing creatures pass the whole hard winter safe and snug, clear through to spring. The very thing that looks the coldest, children, is keeping all that life warm. A fact. Good evening.
Wait, so the snow is like a blanket for the ground? That's so nice. The whole world's getting tucked in. Snow, you're a good guy. I had you all wrong.
The thing that looks coldest, keeping all that life warm. That puts me in mind of a line from the Bible. A man named Zephaniah wrote it, ages ago, about where God is when the world goes cold and quiet. I'll give you the whole of it by the lantern, but come stand in the circle first. Ga-Ring-Go's got a song. Now, the snow kept falling soft outside the lantern light, and the friends stood close in the warm. And it was Bongo who said the quiet thing, the small worry that had drifted around the creek all evening.
Can I say something? When the snow started and it got dark so early, I got this little scared feeling, like winter's so big and so quiet, and I thought maybe everybody was going to go inside and we wouldn't all be together again till spring. And that felt kind of lonely. I didn't want to say it, 'cause it's the first snow and everybody's happy.
Bongo. Look around the circle a minute before anybody answers you. The snow's coming down just as cold as it was. The dark's just as early. So how come it doesn't feel lonely in here at all?
Because we came toward each other instead of away. The cold didn't send us all to hide. It pulled us in close, into the warm middle, around the light. The snow's still falling, Bongo. We just stopped being alone in it.
And here's the small good thing, Bongo. The cold didn't send everybody away. It pulled everybody here. Same cold, different ending. Because nobody had to meet it by themselves.
Yeah, and okay, I'm gonna say a fast thing. I used to think being ready for winter meant gathering all alone in a corner so nothing could get me. And now I'm standing in a warm circle, handing out seeds, and I'm not scared of one thing. Turns out the warm middle was the whole point. Who knew? Not me. I know now, though.
Yeah, and... Okay. This is the part where we sing, right? Gahingo, you said a song. A warm one. I am ready to sing. I have never been more ready. Let's warm this whole circle up.
Then gather in, friends, and sing it with me, soft and warm on this first night of snow. Light in the snow, light in the snow, come close to the warm and the lanterns glow.
Light in the snow, light in the snow. Nobody's lonely where the warm ones go.
And the little song rose up, warm out of the circle, out into all that falling snow. And here's what I thought, sitting in the glow of it. That gladness, sung over the whole warm circle of them, that's exactly how God feels about you, little ones. Not far off above the cold, right here in the middle. And so glad about you, he sings. Now the friends watched the snow come down, nobody in any hurry. And Bongo, the one who'd named the lonely feeling, he named the other thing too. Plain and simple.
I figured out my scared feeling was kinda wrong. I thought the cold would make everybody alone, but it did the opposite. It made everybody come close. The snow didn't take us apart. It pushed us all into the warm middle, together. And that's the best part of the whole winter. And it just started.
Beautifully said, small bear. You know, I have performed in many a grand hall, but I have never in my life had a finer audience than one snowy circle of friends who simply would not let each other be cold. This was the best show I never planned.
And here's the old line I kept till the end. It's in the Bible, a book called Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 17. A man named Zephaniah wrote it ages ago for folks who needed to know that God hadn't gone anywhere. Here's the heart of it. Listen close. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee, he will joy over thee with singing. Now that's a beautiful old way of saying something warm. In the midst of thee, that means God is right here, in the middle of you, the same as we're all in the middle of this circle. Not far off above the cold, and joy over thee with singing. That means he's so glad about you, he sings over you, like our little song just now. So when the world goes cold and dark and quiet, and you feel small and alone, you're not. Come close to the ones who love you, light a little light, and remember God's right in the middle of you, so glad about you he's singing in every season. And then, up from the snowy reeds, bundled up close, came the Mud Puppy Brothers. Splish, splash, and splosh. Splosh started.
Today on Mud Puppy Minutes, our last one of the whole year, we will explain what snow actually is.
Easy. Snow is when the sky runs out of clouds. See, a cloud is just a big, soft puff, and when the sky gets too full of them, it has to dump the extras, and they come down all fluffy. That's snow. The sky is basically cleaning out its closet. You're welcome.
Hold on. Wait. Isn't snow just water?
Like rain that got really cold on the way down, so it turns into little frozen bits instead of drops? I think it's just cold water, you guys.
Oh no, absolutely not. That's far too simple. Frozen water, please. Everyone knows snow is how you keep warm. You keep warm by worrying about being cold. The harder you worry about freezing, the toastier you get. It's the worry that heats you up. That's why I'm sweating right now. I'm doing great at winter.
Ooh, OR. Winter is just summer being shy. It's the same season, it's just hiding because it's nervous. If we all stay real quiet and don't look right at it, summer comes back out. That's just how shy seasons work. Everybody be cool.
Wait, was it actually the cold frozen water thing? The simple one I said?
Nah, worried summer. Bundle up, mud puppies.
Here's the real of it, little ones. The sky isn't running out of clouds, and you surely don't keep warm by worrying. Splash had it right the first time. Snow is just water, way up high, gone so cold it froze into soft flakes on the way down. Plain cold water, dressed up pretty, one of the loveliest things the year hands you. The frogs may stay bundled up.
You know, I've wintered in 100 places, warmer ones even, but I walked a long way back through that snow just to stand in this circle for the very first one here. Some lights are worth the cold walk. I'll head on before the deep snow sets in, but I'm awful glad I came for this.
And so the friends of Shiloh Creek stood close in the lantern light, in the first soft snow of the year, not one bit alone. Now, little ones, that's the whole of our year together down by the water. We started in the spring and walked it all the way to the snow, you and I. Carry the warm middle wherever the cold finds you. Come close, light a light, and know God is right there in the midst of you. So glad about you, he sings. So this isn't goodbye, little ones. It's just a see you soon, and a warm winter to you. We'll be right here by the creek when the spring comes round again, with new mornings and new mischief, and more of the things we learn together by the water. Thank you for walking the whole year with us. Be well, stay warm, and keep close to the ones you love.
See you in the spring, somewhere in Shiloh Creek.